Hey everyone, it's Jane Mamalmi. Today I have an unboxing for you of some scrapbooking goodies that I purchased. This is a bunch of random stuff, but good stuff, because I'm calling this the hashtag made me do it unboxing. So the creative design team and I have a running joke that whenever one of us uses something and then the others are like, okay, I didn't think I needed that, but now I do. Does that happen to you guys? Because it definitely happens to us too. It's not just you. So this is sort of a haul of several of those items that hashtag Janice made me do it, or hashtag Katie made me do it, or hashtag Julie made me do it. So that's what I'm going to be sharing today, and I'll share sort of my ideas behind why I purchased these and what I'm going to use them on. I have some stuff over to the side to show you my ideas for using them on my layouts and projects. So let's go ahead and dive in. I'm going to start with these metallic paint markers. Now this was sort of a Katie made me do it, and then I became obsessed with them myself on the first card that I shared in our 31 Days of Christmas cards series. So I got the silver and the molten, it's called Quicksilver and Molten Copper. I already had the gold, and I've shared these, I shared this one in a reel on Instagram already. This is one of the exclusive cards that I taught a class how to make in the 31 Days of Christmas cards. And I used this paint pen for some stars in the background. Among other things, I taught how to make this really cool starry background in a variety of ways. And then I colored this star with this too. So I fell in love with the gold and I needed the other two colors. Now let me just show you a couple of other ways to use these pens. You can use them as accents. So I decorated these trees with it, and then again another starry and snowy background. I decorated some accents, and this was an idea from Katie, making these, using these as an accent on your cards in some really creative ways. I colored these enamel gems and these sprigs with them, and then I'll show you this one in a minute. But there have been so many ways shown how to use these markers, especially the gold, in our 31 Days of Christmas cards. So if you missed the 31 Days of Christmas cards, it's going to open up for our replay on November 1st. So stay tuned and you can still catch it. I have a couple other cards to share with you, but I am going to save those when I show you another product. Okay, so I got this little thin cut. This is the scalloped circle frame. And it goes along with these little small shaker window foam and acetate windows. I had already had a pack of these. You may have seen them in a previous unboxing, but I needed more because I saw more ways to use them. Andrea made a beautiful layout, a fall layout, and created a sunflower shaker. And she used this as the shaker element, as the brown center part of the sunflower. It was absolutely amazing. So Andrea made me do this. All right, so here is another die set. I'm going to show you this one in the catalog real quick. Okay, so this is what it looks like in the catalog, so you can get a better look. It's just a die set, and it says best, and then there's friends, day, and wishes. And I didn't purchase this at first because I thought it was more for cards, and then I realized, you know what? It can work for a scrapbook title. So you could say best day, best friends, or you could say best wishes. But I just thought that it was so cute, and I thought it would be cute to overlap the scripty part over here, cut much like they did over here. So here are some card ideas, but I'm planning to use it on scrapbook layouts, but it'll do double duty for cards too. So I decided that I needed that. Now before I get to the stamps, let me share this tags thin cut set. It's the all-purpose tags. And I have not purchased all of the tag sets that Close to My Heart has offered before, but I thought this one was really cool because I love all of these stitching details in these, and even though they all have holes, you can cover the hole or just have part of the tag sticking out, and it had a bunch of really interesting shapes. So here's a whole page in the catalog showing what it looks like. So you've got the stitching detail around the heart and around most of these. Some of them, like this, just has it along here, and I thought that that was fun. And then there's also the reinforcer with the double holes right here. So that's this one right here. So I just thought that these were really fun shapes and very different from anything that we've had before. All right, let's get into some stamp sets. This actually is from last year, and I almost purchased it so many times and never did, but I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna do it. So it's got some really cool school themed stuff, and I love these little shoes. So here is what they look like in real size. So they're shown a little bit smaller here, but everything that you see shaded in this blue color has a die. You can get it without the dies too. I'm actually not sure it's still available without the dies, but there are some still with the dies. So I just thought that that was fun. And I just got my kids back to school pictures from this year. How cute are they? I thought they turned out really cute this year. So I'm gonna plan to use this for those photos. And then this is another oldie, and it's low. So I saw Erin, this is an Erin Made Me Do It purchase. She made a cute layout with these controllers, and so did Chelsea. And so I thought, you know what? It represents all of the controllers. My kids are not into video games yet, but they're starting to show interest. They like the Wii so far, so we've got the Wii controller, and I can see them getting more into video games, and so I wanted to have this set, and since it is low and it is retired, I wanted to be sure I grabbed that before it was gone. So it's got, here's, like, you can see the actual sizes here, and then all of the controllers have dies. Here's another one that I'm late to the game with. This is a Katie Made Me Do It. So this is a set that has mostly stamps, and the only dies are this little pole and the pennant. There's actually 2 dies for the pennant. So let me show you what that looks like. So there's this little part right here, and then the actual pennant, and then the little stand or pole for it. And then here are all of the little sayings, all the stamps, and most of them will, all of these will fit inside of the pennant. And my kids are really into sports. They play all the sports. So I just thought, you know what, this is going to be fun for some layouts in the future. And this is retired, but the version with the thin cuts is still available. It's called Number One Fan. All right, now here is a fun stamp set, and this is a set that's available only to makers. It's not available for you to just go and purchase. So I actually have 3 of them, and you may be wondering, well, why do you need 3? That's because since this is an exclusive set, I wanted to do a giveaway on my channel, much like I did last week. So be sure you're subscribed so you see when I do giveaways. My kids were Harry Potter and Hermione for Halloween last year, so I'm planning to use these on a layout for Halloween from last year. And then my daughter wants to be Hermione again this year. So I'm going to get some good use out of this. And there are also some other sort of Harry Potter themed stamps that I'm planning to use on that. So that layout's going to come soon, and watch for a giveaway for these fun sets. All right, much like that last stamp set, there are these exclusive embellishment shapes that are also only available for makers to purchase. I thought they were so pretty, but you know, if I use stuff on my channel, I like them to be available to you. So again, I decided, you know what? I'm going to do a giveaway, so at least a couple of you could win these after watching, and then of course I'll share some other fun products. Now, the first thing I noticed with this beautiful glitter paper, so there's all these die cut shapes in it, but look at how much extra space there is that doesn't have die cuts on it. Don't toss that. If you have this, if you're a maker and you have this, or you win this from me when I do the giveaway, this is very usable glitter paper that you can use for punches or little slivers of things. So if you get embellishments like this, there are some that are available too, like the Christmas story embellishments, then save that glitter paper after you punch out the shapes, because there's a lot of extra glitter paper there. And then there's these shapes that are the like faux wood looking shapes, and they're so fun. So we went to a pumpkin patch recently, and that is what I'm planning to use some of these for. I just thought it would be so fun. So I will have 2 of these in a giveaway coming up. So again, be sure you are subscribed. Okay, now I've got these thin cuts. This is the card front slider window, and this is another one of those dies that I thought, okay, that's a little too fussy for me. I'm not sure I want to use those to make a card, but you can also use them for a scrapbook layout, and I'm my wheels have been turning on trying to figure out how to use this for a scrapbook layout. Let me show you what I made. So this was Julie's card. This is a Julie Made Me Do It purchase. This is Julie's card. I changed up hers a little bit, but from the 31 Days of Christmas cards, this was day 2. How fun is that? So this is how it works. And she shared exactly how to do this, broke it down step by step so that it's easily attainable for anybody. And she paired it with this die too. This is the stitched card front and background. And you get this die that just cuts a stitched background around an A2 size. And then there's this one too that has that pretty, really beautiful floral, like intricate shapes. And as she said, it looks like poinsettias. So she paired it with this, showed exactly how to do that. So again, if you make Christmas cards and you want to learn some really, really cool cards and techniques, and you haven't joined us, be sure to join the replay on November 1st. And then this is what I made with the extras. When you pop this out, you have these little extra squares. So she showed another card that was beautiful, a gorgeous slimline card that she made with her extras. And then I just made this very simple one. And again, I used that stitched border around this card to just give that, this is so clean and simple, and it really doesn't need much else because that glitter paper and the intricate die packs such a punch, but this just gives that extra little bit of detail. Okay, I got another Everyday Life album, the 6x8 size, and this may look pretty boring, but these 6x8 albums are so, so nice. Let me show you one that's open. So this has my December daily or Days of December from a few years ago in it. And so this is the only Days of December I've done, but it was so fun. I want to do it again. The creative design team loves doing this kind of stuff too. So we were all like, well, why don't we do like a project for that? And so what we've done is we've come up with a sketchbook. We've all designed 6x8 sketches. There are 42 sketches in this book. This book is almost available. We'll be releasing it really soon. But we designed it to be like a Days of December type sketchbook. It's got measurements, everything in it. So here are a couple printouts from the book, and pardon my printing. My printer was acting really wacky, but it shows you all of the dimensions to cut everything, where to put the photos. These little circles are for the days. So if you're documenting your December, that's where your day would go. And I've been using the back, so pardon the mess, but here is another example. So there's going to be 42 sketches in that book. So I'm actually going to be using mine first as a Halloween, like documenting Halloween through the years. So I printed all of my Halloween photos, or not all of them, but a representation of my Halloween photos ever since my daughter first dressed up. So this was, I think, 2015. So she was a little over 1 or 2, I don't know, something like that. 2014, so she was 1. So her first time she dressed up, and then each year following. And so what I'm going to do is have a page in my album for each year, starting with 2014. And then here's my little Harry Potter and Hermione from last year. This is as dressed up as I get. I've got 2 costumes that I alternate. I've got Starbucks, which you can kind of see my Starbucks apron there. I know I had another picture in there of my Starbucks. But anyways, I either dress up as Starbucks because I was a Starbucks barista for many, many years and I still had my apron, and so does my husband, so we're twinsies sometimes. And then sometimes I'll wear my rainbow hair. I'm not really into dressing up. Oh, there we go. So there's the fam, dressed up in our Starbucks barista outfits. And so I'm planning to just have this like an ongoing album, and then each year we'll add to it. And I just thought that would be really fun to look through, and especially for the kids to look through and see what their costumes were through the years. So I'm going to use our sketchbook for that too. And that's sort of how I printed my sketches, was I was looking at some of this, or printed my photos as I was looking at some of the sketches and envisioning, okay, I want to do this page for this and this page for this. So, that is what I'll be doing. And then I purchased some glitter paper. This is a Julie Made Me Do It because She used so many, I'm not like a pastel person. I really like bright colors, but she made some of the most beautiful cards with these pastel looking glitter papers. So this is the Seabrook, which is a new color. And then this is another new color called Mist. And look at those. It's just such a beautiful wintry look. And then I got silver just because I was almost out of it. But these are just, they looked really, really beautiful on her snowflake cards and made for some beautiful winter cards. All right, that is my haul. I hope you enjoyed and got some ideas along the way. I've got another video on the screen right now that I think you might enjoy, so be sure to check that out next. And if you're interested in purchasing any of the supplies I showed or any other supplies from Close to My Heart, I will have everything linked down in the description below. Thanks for joining me. Bye.